Hi guys, welcome back. It's GMAN, My World 67. I thought I'd open up with a shot of that Unique Lines caboose hooked to that 1950 engine. Got it sitting here on the shelf for now. I've been working on this, putting this track together. Shouldn't have taken as long as it had, but I've been actually working on it off and on all day. It's just been so hot I hadn't been able to stay with it. Finally got it together, got it finished, and it would not work. But it was not the engine, it's still the track. But I did manage to locate the one single track now. That was the main problem. And I'm going to take it out and clean it again. Now all of this track that I have, I got, I believe, a couple years ago, all of the circular track from Ben. You've probably seen his video where he cleaned the track and with vinegar. And this track, when I got it, was just really some of the track that he hadn't really cleaned, and it was really dirty, and it was good because it gave me an opportunity to use that vinegar and do it myself. And so I did, but that's been almost 2 years ago, and the track's just been sitting. Well, consequently, I never cleaned it up until I started cleaning it here a couple of weeks ago. A little bit, wiping it down, and I got most of the better track, as you can see, clean. But there were some pieces that were still really bad, like this one. And this is not the same track. It's a wide gauge track, and there's not that much difference between the wide gauge and the standard gauge. It's a little bit longer than the Lionel track. But anyway, so this is the section of track that I was having the problems with. I could not get any voltage coming out of this track one way or another. So I'm going to pull this back apart and clean it, and I'm going to re-clean all of this track. So tonight I'm just going to give you a little preview of what this little layout's going to look like here in the beginning. And I don't know yet where I'm going to put it, how I'm going to set it up, because I really don't have any room out here in the shop, and we don't have any room in the house for it. So it may be just a little portable layout I've set up like this out here. I don't know yet. I might try to make a drawer like so that I can slide it in and out from under the layout. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but first of all, the first thing we've got to do is get the track running correctly. Okay, I wanted to show you this engine. I want to get in a good place where you can get a really good view. I really don't know where to put it. How about right here? That might be a pretty good angle. Okay, here you go. The first run, and this is also for Gary. This is the first run. Now I can't go all the way around the track because of that bad section of track, and then I've got the wires hooked directly to the track, so but here we go. Okay, it's not reversing because it's, there it goes, not making full contact. Some reason or another right here it does that. I don't know why, but we'll find out. And I've got one wheel that seems to want to drop out of the track. I don't know whether that wheel's a little smaller than the others. I kind of checked it before I put it on there. But it seems like either this track is a little bit out of gauge, or one wheel is just a little bit wider or set off than the other. But anyway, for now, you see that it does run, and it runs good, considering that I'm running it on this track that is not completely clean. And it's not level. As you can see, this board is kind of bowed in the middle because I've got it setting across the two halves of the layout. And so, but this was just a little test run confirmation that it does run, and it runs good. I'm pleased with it. I think Gary did a great job. Like I say, I've got to do some fine tuning, some tweaking on this track, get it cleaned up really good, and get the highs and the lows out of it. This board even might be a little warped, but we'll straighten it out when we put a frame on it. And of course, that's going to add more weight to it. I don't know whether I want to even try to lug that thing around or not after I put a little lightweight frame on it. But anyway, there it is, the 10E. And like I said, it runs great, looks good now. You remember when I first got it, how it looked. This has not been repainted, y'all. It is just touched up. I touched it up with a green that is very, very close in color. And when I got it all cleaned up and resprayed it with the clear that I used, it all kind of blended in, and I think it looks good. I see a spot here that I need to take care of, but it's almost like a new engine now, thanks to Gary over at Trains in the Basement. As I said, I don't work on lino. I don't get that deep into it. If I tear one apart and I can't find the problem right away, usually I junk it. I'll find somebody that wants it, or I just, like I say, junk it and use it for parts. I don't get into lino that deep like that. But I love American Flyer. I do American Flyer S, standard, and O gauge. And I love Marks. And of course, Marks is only got a couple of gauges.